Hi, welcome back to the Leadership Help Desk, where we're just trying not to screw things up to begin with. Our concept today is moments of truth. Now, this comes from a CEO of an airline. He had taken over the airline, Jan Carlson of Scandinavian Air, I believe, and he noticed, he started nosing around and asking questions and doing a little market research, and found out that the airline was known for being the rudest people of all. The reputation of the airline was rude. So he started thinking, how am I going to manage this? How am I going to take care of this? This is horrible. And he came up with the concept of moments of truth, which could be defined as any contact with a customer. Now, any contact with a customer, in this case, right now we're talking about people, any people contact with people. And these contacts can either result in a moment of magic, what I call a moment of the mundane, or a moment of misery. Now, some people would call, I don't want to confuse you, but I've seen it where they say moment of magic, moment of truth, moment of misery. No, I don't agree with that at all. It's every contact is a moment of truth. So it can be a happy experience, a moment of magic. It can be boring, forgettable, okay, it's mundane. Or it could just be misery, where things did not work out like we hoped. So let's just stay right here. When we're dealing with an airline, what do we deal with? First of all, with the system, we deal with the website. We browse through the website. We pick our flight. We have to enter all that information and always forget one of those little square, blocks, and it turns red and all that. And then we have to make our payment, or I forgot the visa and the passport numbers and all of that. But then when we get past that, what he was talking about back in the day was we check in. And checking in could only take a few minutes, right? And then we check in at the airport, luggage goes, and then we go to the gate where we meet the people at the gate. And then they call, and we see them at the gate again, actually. And then they take our ticket and we board the plane, and that's when the flight attendant goes, "Hi, how are you?" And then we sit down and we might hear some announcements. Then they'll bring around a drink and a snack. It's not really a snack, is it though? It's more like a snack. And and then they'll bring the bag around for the garbage. And then we'll see them when they go bye-bye, and then we're gone, or we make our connection and start all over again. So all of these were moments of truth, and he needed to figure out a way to make all of these magic, not all of these misery. And that would be very complicated for my dog. On a corporate level with all of these people, and none of them are happy, and now we got to make them happy, and we have to look, is it a cultural thing? Is it an individual thing? Do we hire jerks? What's gonna, how are we gonna fix this? But his message was, we have to manage each of these contacts, each of these moments of truth, and try to get each one of them into being a moment of magic. Now, with that said, the contacts with people, yeah, that's one thing, but we also have to manage the other contacts with the company. Like, for example, you go to the grocery and you get the grocery cart that has the twisted wheel, and you just skip right across the grocery. That's a moment of frustration and misery. We don't want that. We've all been to the websites, that the page, it's confusing. My biggest gripe is when I'm on a page and I move the cursor just a little bit, and it freaks out and it throws up the things. Don't leave now, and click that off, and then another thing comes up. Click that off. Move down a little bit. Boom. I'm done. Moments of misery, misery, misery. Also with phones and emails. Is that going to be a moment of magic, misery, or just boring? So I do want to make the point that not necessarily, but it's close. You have 27, you're a manager. You got all these people, all these contacts, and you get 27 moments of magic. And then the last one is bad. Your moment of truth is a moment of misery, and that really kind of erases all the work, all the magic that you'd created to begin with. So that would equal, in many people's mind, a bad experience, a moment of collective misery. Now, we could also have 27 bad and 1 good. On one trip to the States, the plane was delayed here, then we got left in Houston overnight, and the person from the hotel took 2 hours to pick us up and take us to the hotel. Yeah, it was a complimentary hotel because the planes were all late. But then we got on the airplane, and we started descending really quick, and we were going, oh no, what's going on? And they came on and the pilot said that somebody had put the wrong sealant on the cargo hold, and it blew out when we hit altitude or something like that. So we had to bring the airplane down, and now we're in Shreveport, Louisiana, and it just we're going to take off, and they're going to fix it 30 minutes. Okay, they're still working on it. It's going to be 30 minutes. I need a cigarette really bad. And one woman, I just said, I've been a good boy. This has been a complete chain of moments of misery. Is it going to be 30 minutes, 15 minutes? What's it really going to be? Because I need a smoke. And she said, sir, it probably really will be 30 minutes or more. I'll take you to the place. I'll show it. You don't have to go outside. And wow, all of those bad experiences, I still remember that airport employee that took me and helped me out with getting my fix. And I remember it as being kind of good. And with referrals, I hope I spelled that right. I can't spell anything. With referrals, you got a great customer and you're taking care of them constantly. It's all, pretty much good. Yeah, not all magic, but it's positive. Maybe you hit a little misery, but recovered. And then you pass them on. They say, do you know anybody who can help me with this? And then if you send them a bad experience, you say, oh yeah, call this person, they'll take care. They do that kind of thing, and they get a misery. That goes into your category. So that is the moments of truth with a company. But we have to look in the mirror. What about you? What's it like to be around you? Throughout the day, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. In fact, I'm kind of mundane-ish. But what are your moments like? Throughout the day, did you create moments of magic, moments of the mundane, or moments of misery? Did you lose your grip, road rage, got frustrated at the grocery store? What happened? So we can calculate this as a manager or as a person. As a person, you go, put down magic, mundane, misery. Every time you run into somebody, was it magic, mundane, or misery? And then at the end of the day, you can go, wow, I'm a really boring person. I didn't get a smile on anybody's face. Or, yeah, I was pretty boring 15 times. I got people to smile and served them properly with whatever they wanted. 5 times, and I blew my top once. So we can get the overall true colors for you and look at your character. Are you creating moments of magic, mundane, or misery? Very important concept. Wouldn't it be interesting for the company that you work at to make notes? Maybe if you work at a restaurant, you know, how many moments of magic did we have? How many times have we pissed anybody off today? How many times did we let them down? They had to wait, we screwed up the bill, all of those kinds of things. So, very important concept. It applies to you. Oh, you could do it with your spouse. That'll be an eye-opener. How was your day? Fine. What do you want for dinner? You know, magic. How was your day? It was great. How was yours? Interesting. What would you like for dinner? I don't know. What would you like? Let's go out. So, what are you going to do? All right, so there you go. Moments of truth. As a manager, pay attention to that. Are you creating misery or magic? And if you're creating misery and your employees are creating misery, how are you going to get a smile on their face? How are you going to correct their attitude? Did you hire the wrong people? We hope not. Can we change them if we did? How can we change this cycle of misery into a cycle of magic? And I hope you enjoyed this message from Jan Carlson. And if you did, please subscribe, help the channel, clickety-click the like, and more importantly, share this message with your friends. They need to hear it. If not about the business, about, you know, people in general. So, thank you, and enjoy your day.